Now your presentation is more than just the title slide, so we need to add more slides so we can add our content like audio, video, pictures, text, whatever works for your presentation. To add additional slides, just come up here on the Home tab to the Slides group, and there you go, New Slides. Click on the drop-down arrow, and you get the different layouts that are built for you. So if you want to be able to add title and content, click on it, and there you go, that's slide number 2. So you can come up here, click to add the title, then down below either click to add text, or you can hover over one of these icons to insert a table, a chart, smart art, pictures, images, audio. We'll go over that later. We just want to cover on how to insert slides into your presentation. Then once you insert it, if you made a mistake and you can't undo it, you want to remove the slide. With it selected, just hit the delete key on the keyboard. Well, let me click on it. Hit the delete key on the keyboard, and it gets rid of it. Let me go ahead and undo that because I want it back. And then let's add some more slides. Now keep in mind, whatever you have selected over here, slide 1 or slide 2, if I insert a slide, it's going to insert it after that. So if I want another slide after number 2, then I got number 2 selected. If I want the slide that I'm adding after number 1 but before 2, then select number 1. So click on the drop-down arrow and we'll do title only. There you go, because now slide 3 has been bumped down to make way for slide 2. Now once you add these, if you're like, you know what, I like slide number 2, the title, but I want to update it so I have maybe a comparison between one part of the slide and the other part. Let's see if they have a layout for that. So we inserted the slide. Instead of deleting it and reinserting a new slide that has the to content or comparison, let me click off, just have it selected and come up here and change the layout. So you can see it's highlighted in orange. Just come over here and do comparison or to content. They look both the same, don't they? Well, the comparison has titles you can add up above for the content down below, where the to content, you don't get the titles or subtitles for these two text boxes. So you do comparison, and it updates it. So I can come over here, add the title, then add, maybe we want to compare the years. This could be 2015 versus 2016. Add some text so we can compare between the two, or you can add some charts over here and over here between the 2 years. And in fact, if you don't like the layout but you like most of it, you can go ahead and click on the border. Let's not do the title, let's do the subtitle down below. Well, let me come over here and click on it to select it. And hit the delete key on the keyboard, and you can change the layout of it. And then I can click on the border there and click and drag the resizing middle handle, that little white box, until I can see arrows pointing up and down, so the direction is up or down. Now if I made a mistake and I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, or I did, but now I want to change it back, instead of deleting this slide and then reinserting the title and the two comparison text boxes, just come up here and click on Layout and go back to Comparison, and it refreshes it for you and you're back to where you started. Now here's some shortcuts when it comes to adding slides. Remember, whatever slide you have selected over here, when you add new slides, it's going to add it right after the one that you have selected. So if I want to add additional slides after the last one, then select the last one. And for shortcuts, if I want to add the same slide layout, title and content, select it and come up here and either click on the button itself, not the drop-down arrow, the button, and it'll add or duplicate the slide that we just had selected below it. So you can see they're both title and content. Or with it selected, hit the Enter key on the keyboard, and voila. That's the fastest shortcut that I know here when it comes to inserting a new slide, as far as the copy of what you had selected, in this case number 4, and then hitting Enter, and there you go, title and content. One last thing is when you insert a slide, like a blank slide, you don't have to have title and contents or even a content slide to add content. You can see over here, this is blank. As we learned in an earlier training video, you can add some of it just from inserting to the text group, to the text box, click and drag, there's your text box, type in some text. Let me go ahead and hit undo. You can also insert some pictures, charts, smart art, audio, video. You don't have to have something that says, hey, this is a layout that allows you to insert content. No, it's just to help you set things up and make it look cleaner, and saying, okay, I've already have it lined up for you and centered in the slide with this much spacing around the content. So if that works for you, great. If not, you can go to a blank slide and do it all on your own. In other words, creating your own layout.